In these difficult economic times, Connecticut remains the state with the highest average income per person, but is in danger of losing its competitive business edge. I'm Eric Clemens for Comcast Newsmakers in the Comcast Connecticut studio. And joining me is John Rathgeber, President and CEO of the Connecticut Business and Industry Association. John, welcome to the show. Thanks for spending time. Let's first things first. We hear a lot about CBIA. Tell me exactly, what is your mission?
CBIA is a trade association. We represent about 10,000 businesses across the state of Connecticut, and our effort is to try and make this state a place where companies and employers want to make an investment, where they're willing to grow a business, where they're willing to create jobs, where they're willing to make opportunities for people in the state of Connecticut.
All right, well, that leads us to the second thing. What does Connecticut have to do to change its perception of being unfriendly to businesses, especially new ones that might want to come in?
I think Governor Malloy has stated it, and that's we have to open the state for business. We have to convince business leaders, large and small, that this is a place where you can take a risk, where you can earn a return on that risk, where you can create opportunities, that we're not going to change the rules as we go forward. We're going to fix our fiscal problems in the state of Connecticut, not just in the short term, but in the long term. We're going to be honest about how we do business, and we're going to be welcoming to business investments across the state of Connecticut.
All right. What are some of the most pressing issues facing our state as we look ahead to the
Well, I think
future?
the most pressing issue, Eric, is, quite frankly, the budget. We have about a $3.7 billion budget deficit facing the state of Connecticut. We can't sugarcoat it. We have to be honest about the fact that we have a very difficult situation, and we have to reorganize state government to make it leaner, more efficient, and more focused on the real mission of government. We have to reduce our dependency on borrowing. We have to reduce our use of one-time resources to pay for ongoing costs. So we have to really change how we're doing our budget, solve it not only in the short term but in the long term, so that businesses again have the confidence that the rules aren't going to change.
And you also speak about that with taxes and healthcare and so forth. Those are issues facing business owners that, of course, make it friendly or not as friendly to be.
Right. Obviously, how we deal with the budget is going to depend on how much taxes we're going to be raising in the state of Connecticut. The more taxes you raise, the less competitive you are, the less likely you're going to get those investments. High cost of insurance, health insurance, and high cost of energy are two other factors which make our state more difficult to compete with. But we have some great resources. The people of the state of Connecticut are the most important thing that we have going for us as far as our economic competitiveness is concerned. They're the ones who lead our innovation, our productivity. They've been the inventors, the people who have helped us stay ahead of the rest of the world.
All right, and how would the business community like the state legislature to deal with some of these issues like the taxes and healthcare and so forth?
Well, I think number one, we want them to be honest. Let's admit we have a problem, and then let's work together to solve that problem, and let's make sure that we understand that we can't solve these problems unless we get our economy back growing. We have to get people back to work. We've got to get people convinced that this is a state where their children have a future so that we can be successful.
All right, you've been active in commissions to help close the state's educational achievement gap, and tell us why this is so critical and so important to the business community specifically.
Eric, as I said, the most important asset you have in the state of Connecticut if you're a business person is the people of the state of Connecticut. They've been well educated, they've been the leaders, they've been able to create the innovations that have led our economy. The next generation has to even be stronger because the rest of the world is getting better at it, they've invested in it. We have a large achievement gap in Connecticut that's unacceptable. It's not acceptable to have people continuing to graduate from high school without the skills that they need. So we have to take a comprehensive approach, not only for kids from lower income families, but across the gamut of public education in Connecticut to demand more for the lot of money that we spend in public education. We have to spend it more wisely, and we know the right things to do. We just need the political courage to do them.
Quickly, last 30 seconds, how can someone get more information about CBIA and get involved?
Well, the easiest way is to go to our website, www.cbia.com, and clearly we're very welcome to take phone calls and the like. Getting people involved is critical if we're going to solve the problems in the state.
All right, John, thank you so much for being with us. I'm Eric Clemens, and thank you for joining us for Comcast Newsmakers. We'll see you next time.